What's up, y'all? My name is Lamore. I'm gonna be doing a tutorial and a review on the Mini Cut Buddy from the Cut Buddy. I'm gonna be showing you how to give yourself a high-end fade with just a $25 Walmart clipper. The first thing I did was set my guideline. Just like any other fade, you're gonna have to set a ball line, and this did a pretty good job, especially on the side of my head. The box did come with 3 guards. It was a 1mm, a 2mm, and a 3mm, and there was a larger guard. This is my first time using this, and like regular clippers, it doesn't really have a lever for you to adjust up and down so you can adjust the level of hair that gets cut off. The first one I used was the 2, just so I can see what that in between blend or paste would look like as far as cutting hair. So I used that guard for creating my first guideline. Once I got a feel for the trimmers, I began to dig in just a little bit more, just to see how much hair would start to come off from the sides. And this thing actually performed pretty well, especially with the guards. I noticed when you double tap this button here, that changes the power input. So if you want a little bit more aggressive of a cut, hit it 2 times and you can even hear it. You can hear how much power there is in the clippers. So after setting that first guideline, I went to add the second guideline. Again, changing my guard, just so we can see how much hair gets cut off, because this is my first time using it. I'm used to having a lever so I can open the lever or close it and then put my guards on, but this is just strictly guard work. When I used the second guard, I was able to see another transition and it blended pretty smooth. Once I was done creating that third guideline, I went back to the first and smallest guard, just so I can blend in that second and middle line, just so it's more smoother transition between the two. And at the end, of course, there was my initial guideline that I had to erase. So all I did was turn on the Cut Buddy, the Mini Buddy, and slowly just use the end of these trimmers and lightly erase that guideline. And man, I was really impressed with how the fade came out. I wasn't really expecting that, especially with just using one trimmer. After, I don't know, for years I've been using something that has a lever and adjusting with my guards, but just to use one thing and then put some guard on top, that was different. But to sum it up, these are very useful, especially in the use of being on the go, traveling, needing something to do like a quick pick-me-up or quick cleanup during the week, and you don't want to go to the barber or you don't want to pull out your main tools. This will get the job done, especially if it's something in the morning. Wireless, they're easy to carry around. You don't have to worry about them being plugged into a wall when you're cutting your hair. And they're only $25. And with my discount, it's probably gonna be a little bit less if you get it from the bio. Or if you just go to Walmart and go pick some up. I really don't care. Just make sure you get them. It's definitely a great addition to your grooming set, or just your self-care routine. But again, make sure you're taking time to practice. I have other videos on my page or on my channel about how to cut your hair and how to groom or give yourself a fade. And a lot of those principles that I taught in that video can be passed on to here, especially using something like this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Hope you may be inspired to go and get you one. Like, come on, man, $25? And add it to your routine. Lamore signing out. See you in the next one.